Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde, buenos dias. Welcome to EFA201, where today, as a Canadian, I'm going to speak on COVID based on my last 16 days here in Mexico with my family. The cases in Mexico, the deaths in Mexico as it pertains to COVID should be exponentially greater than that of Canada, but it ain't. And I want to get into that, and before I do so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, click on the bell, share with those you love and respect. Now let's get into this. Last week I touched on some numbers, but I want to reiterate quickly before we step into this. I want to explain to you exponentially what I mean by exponentially. Population of Mexico nearing 129 million, population of Canada nearing 38 million. Mexico has 3.4 times more people in Mexico than we have in Canada. Yet, Canada, a greater country, bigger size geographically, density-wise, Mexico has 66 persons per square kilometer, Canada has 4. So Mexico has 16.5 times more people in Mexico than we have in Canada per square kilometer. The total cases in Mexico is 1.35 million, total cases in Canada, 534,500. So Mexico has 2.5 times more cases in Mexico than we have in Canada, and death per million, Mexico has 902 persons that die per million of COVID, and Canada has 364 persons that die of COVID per million. That's 2.47. So it's basically 2.5, right? So 2.5 times more deaths per million in Mexico compared to Canada, 2.5 times more cases in Mexico compared to Canada, but yet Mexico has 16.5 times more persons density-wise than that of Canada, and they have a 3.4 times greater population than that of Canada. So that in itself should be greater numbers than that of Canada, correct, as it pertains to cases and death. But that's not even the kicker. The kicker is Mexico's fully open. It is fully open. It is not like Canada. The rules and regulations and the lockdowns and the shutdowns and the red zones and the orange zones and blah, 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 right? It's fully open. The restaurants are open. The churches are open. The gyms and wellness facilities are open. The shopping is open. The nightlife is open. Mexicans should be falling dead everywhere if you were to listen to the ideology of the Canadian media and Canadian government and the fear mongers, right? We should be like just dropping dead everywhere here in Mexico, but they're not when you look at the actual numbers and data and facts, correct? But what the government of Mexico, what they haven't done in Mexico, that what Canada has done to its own people, they haven't had an increase or created an increase in bankruptcies, in suicide, in drug and alcohol and dependencies and addiction, the destruction of families and communities, the arrest of the innocent. Need I go on? Why? Because some individuals with a God factor ideology. That's what we have in Canada compared to that what in Mexico. Mexico doesn't have the cows. At least I didn't hear them. I didn't see them. I didn't hear of them. The cows and the cameras, the dictators, those that have a dying need to control everything and everyone around them to live their life, right? But what they did have in place in Mexico, every single restaurant I went into with my family, a different restaurant, once, twice a day, every day. What they had in place before stepping into the restaurant, they have these mass solutions that you have to walk through, these antiviral, antibacterial type solutions, just like in laboratories, just like in licensed producers in Canada that are governed by Health Canada. You got to walk through these solutions so you don't carry something in. They also, if you're going on a bus tour, which we have, they miss the bottom of your feet and they miss all your carry-on bags and luggage and whatever before getting into that. Just it's procedures, right? Antibacterial, antiviral. They also, before getting into the restaurant, they have a dedicated person taking your temperature and adding hand sanitizer to your hands before you step into there. At pretty much every place that I've been into, that's what they do. A dedicated person. I've had my temperature taken more here in Mexico than that of Canada, even with all the lockdowns and so on and so forth. I've been frowned on for coming here to Mexico, and it's by some individuals. The majority, good for you. It must feel normal to be in Mexico. Hell yes, it did feel normal. absolutely feel normal. I train with individuals. Remember the Canada where they shut down the gyms and wellness center, and it doesn't even account for like what 0.0002 or something like that, some ridiculous minute number that's microscopic. Well, I trained in Mexico. It was amazing how I felt alive in this country. And if you look at the individuals that frowned upon us, but yet they're all politicians that they put on a soapbox and they put on top of mountains. The individuals that go to weddings without masks. The individuals that participate in massive by the thousand gatherings during COVID. COVID's been over a year, and these big politicians, I'm not talking Canada, US here, are amongst these thousands, some of them without masks, some of them with masks. Or the ice time in Canada, you get arrested if you play hockey in Canada on ice. These politicians, some of them go to spas without masks. Some of them even travel. The ones that tell you can't even gather with your own family, your own grandfather, your dying person in an old age home. You can't even participate with them. But a lot of them, the elite again, right? The elite that are lined up around the block. These big box everything, that these individuals, these people that attack the wall, those that are looking for that individual that's not wearing a mask out of the thousands, right? Let's go find them. Let's go attack them. Those individuals will line up 3 wraps around a friggin' box store, right? But they will frown upon those that try to live life, that believe in wellness. For the love of humanity, for the love of your nation, governance, right? For the fabric of our nation, to keep it strong, follow suit with the Mexicans. I lived a beautiful 2 weeks with my family. I felt normal. It was Christmassy. It was New Year's. And their numbers, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. And let's make it a very high protein, low fat, no carbs pudding, right? Kidding here. But believe in wellness. Believe in your society. Believe in your fabric of your nation. Stop dictating. Stop controlling. And look at other countries that have done it better. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, EFA201.